Tune in and watch Lori and Amelia as they talk health and wellness, keep you in the know, highlight do-gooders in promo, and spill the tea in Never Have I Ever. And now it's time for the rundown.
Hey, hi.
Good morning.
Good morning. It is. Lori's making me record early this morning. I'd only do it for her. Only for Lori.
Sorry, girl. It's early. It is early, and I'm on very, very few hours of sleep right now. So,
well, you look amazing. Like I said when you jumped onto the call. So we'll get started, and hopefully, maybe you'll be the one that flubs up like I normally do, since you're sleep deprived.
yes.
And I'm just not awake yet. I'm going to drink my coffee right now. Welcome to episode 131 of The Rundown. I'm Amelia Madl, I think, at Promo Corner, and I think this is Lori Bolton of the Magnet Group. And together, we're giving a shout out to our friends over at Totally Bamboo. When it comes to combining innovation, craftsmanship, and sustainability, one name stands out: Totally Bamboo. Pioneers in their field, Totally Bamboo introduced the first ever bamboo cutting board and have been leading the category ever since. Their story began in North Hollywood, where founders Tom and Joanne Sullivan, known for their work supplying director's chairs, I want to have that thing in front of me and say cut, on film and television, sought materials that were lighter and stronger than traditional oak. Love the story.
It's amazing. It's a great story.
Yes, and you had the pleasure of meeting them and knowing them when you worked over there. And they have amazing crafts, handcrafted gifts made from repurposed materials. And it involved to a full product line and set new standards in the kitchenware space. Totally Bamboo's ongoing innovation includes the first laminated bamboo salad bowl. I don't have that one yet. Decorative inlay cutting board, and Greenlight, the industry's first dishwasher-safe bamboo board.
Yeah,
love that. I'm a lazy lady, and I like to throw everything in the dishwasher.
So does my family. So that one's a good one. She's like, chop on it, throw it in. It's so good.
Awesome. They are also a proud certified women-owned business. Also amazing. So to learn more, go check them out at totallybamboopromo.com.
Love them over there. I haven't seen David in a while.
Is my cutting board dishwasher safe? The state? Is that what dishwasher is safe? Okay. I haven't thrown it in there. I'm just asking, because if it is, I was going to.
No, it's not dishwasher safe. It's not.
I love that cutting board. Lori sent me a cutting board of the state of Kansas, and it has different geographic locations, so like little towns and markers and stuff. I was afraid to use it for a while because it was so pretty, but now it sits out like on my range top a lot, and I just keep it right there. And I put my spoons on it, and I have it all ready to cut. And yeah, I use it basically every day.
I love that. It's super cute. They've got a beautiful line, and they got into Costco a couple years ago when I was with them, and they're amazing. It's a great company.
It's great to live in a perfectly squared state because the board fits anywhere because it's nice and rectangular.
That's true, right?
So how's it going, Lori? You are a little sleep deprived. You have been on the road nonstop, literally.
Yeah, nonstop. I've got a couple things for you, Amelia. So, my dad successfully last week had his triple bypass.
Yes.
And that went remarkable. It was, worried at the age of 80 going in for a triple bypass, but he had it. He was great. I knew he was doing well when he started telling the nurses and staff some homicide stories. I'm like, oh, he's fine. He's back to normal, because, you also worry about when they go under anesthesia for that long of memory, but he was recalling stories, and he was a good patient. He came home on Saturday. So very, very happy to report that he is doing well.
That's awesome.
Yes. And then another little fun thing that we did this past weekend, which is our second annual, but we did the Pat's run. It's Pat Tillman, who played ASU and tragically lost his life in 2004. Yes, and there's Mark and I, some firefighters that were walking, and then the bottom right is the crew. So I think there was 3, 6, 7. There was almost 10 of us. I think we're missing a couple in that photo. But one of my best friends, Laura, walked it. I should say it says the run, but we walked it, and it was just so lovely. Over 30,000 people, Amelia, and this is the 22nd annual that just happened last weekend, but all the money that's raised goes to the Pat Tillman Foundation, which provides scholarships for service members, veterans, and military spouses. So a great cause, and just a sea of people. I think there were 30 corrals, and they bunch you based on time and if you've done it before, and they let you every 2 minutes. So there's just a sea of people, and it's powerful. It's a powerful. So he played, and then he went into the military and lost his life in the military. Yeah.
I remember the story. Yeah. He chose to enlist and go fight the war instead of playing football and have a lucrative career.
Yes. So the run is not a typical 5K or 10K. It's 4.2 miles. That was his jersey number. So it's 4.2 miles. And then you finish in the Sun Devil Stadium where he played on the 42-yard line. So when you cross the finish line, it's actually on the 42-yard line inside the stadium. So lots of little things like that tie back directly to him, that remind you of his number, his presence. So it's kind of cool.
Very cool. Love that.
Yes. What have you been up to, girl?
Well, so I have two things, and they tie in together. So one, it's golf season. So I got to show my little cutie patootie.
Wow. He's so tall in that one picture.
He is almost 5'11" already. And he just turned 16 this year. So he's going to hit 6 foot for sure. I've been telling him since he was a baby, you can thank your mom for your genetics and your height, but you're going to hit 6 foot. So he's been golfing a lot lately with school. So they travel around. But the other night, it ties into my other story. So the other night he was at a tournament, and we went to watch him, and we just hauled our golf cart so we could drive around, me and my husband. You're not allowed to talk to the boys while they're playing because they don't want parents coaching. So you really are just like in silence driving around, and we're whispering. So it's a long day. So as soon as the tournament was over, we're getting the heck out of here. We're loading up the golf cart, going home. It's like 6:30 at night already. And then he has to tally up his scores. The boys want to go eat as a team, blah, blah, blah. So Ted and I head home. Right when we get almost to our house, about 10 miles away, our phones start going off. Emergency warning, tornado sighted right in our area. Take shelter, take shelter. And I'm like, we're in a truck with a trailer, and it's raining, pouring, so you can't drive super fast. So I'm like watching, looking for all this. We get home, our power goes out. I don't have power for like 3 hours that night, and there's storms all around. Everyone's texting me. I can't watch TV. I'm trying to get information online. Well, my son texts me. They went to go eat with the team there in the town, Paola, and he's like, the storm is here. I was like, yeah, I see that. You guys probably need to stay and wait it out a little bit. They end up having to spend some time in the Taco Bell bathroom because the tornado sirens are going off in the town they are. And then when it clears up enough, there's all these people rerouting the coach. So they drive like an hour and a half outside of their way to avoid the tornado and then come back home. He gets home at 11 o'clock that night. He should have been home by 8:30. So here is a picture of where it touched down in the town next to me. This is a hotel, the one with the guy. And actually that one's not a hotel. That one's just a business. And then the one with the bed, I drove past this hotel yesterday when I went to go get groceries. So the roof was taken off the top floor of the hotel. So that's the bed. And then the roof has just been removed. You can see the skyline.
Holy cow, Amelia.
Isn't that crazy?
Yes. I don't even know what I would do. I mean, I can deal with earthquakes and fires, but I don't know what to do. Oh my gosh.
It was hitting. So it was the town Ottawa, where that picture was taken from, is just south of me, 15 minutes. But we were really close because we had to get rerouted because of trains and stuff when we came. And then it also hit in Paola, which is southeast of me where my son was. And then it hit northeast of me. So there were 3 different tornadoes and we were like right in the center of it. We had no damage here. So it was really crazy. But yeah, that was probably the close. I wouldn't say the closest. My sister-in-law lost her barn one year, but the most damage, the closest for the most damage that I've
Okay, so
seen
if you were at home, you were at home, right?
I wasn't at home when it hit Ottawa. Like we were driving past it. So luckily it veered and it didn't come north where we were.
So if you were at home and you got this warning, where would you go?
We were driving on the highway when we got the warning. Like
right, but if you were at home, like where would you go to take cover?
Oh, we have a basement.
You do?
Yeah.
And that's safe.
I think everybody in Kansas and Missouri, well, not everybody, but yeah. I know you all don't have basements where you all are, but yeah. No, we have a basement, and luckily we actually have a concrete room that we had dug out when we built our house under our front porch, so all the walls are concrete. So that's where we would have went. I never went down there. I did put some boots down there in case I had to run in the middle of the night and I needed like shoes if something happened, but yeah, it was crazy.
Crazy. I want to go back really quickly to your son golfing and them say that you couldn't say anything because they're afraid of coaching. I find that funny because what are you going to tell him that's going to help him with his game?
I don't know if it's because parents will get in their kid's head
Maybe.
Or because there's newer golfers and so their parent or whatever might tell them like what club to use or has looked at the range and knows like, hey, hit to the right a little bit more so than what they can see. I don't know. They have to walk. They're not allowed to do golf carts. They walk the whole course. And then parents, like we did talk some, but coaches, if you're talking golf, they will yell. Like I was just like, do you need a snack? I had the cooler. Do you want a water? Do you want a Gatorade? That was the only talking I did to him.
So really quickly, when I played competitive tennis, and this is probably 10 years ago now, my dad was in town and on the deck, and I was playing UST, so it is competitive and there are strict rules. And my dad can't hear. So we were in changeover and he said something to me and I leaned in to respond to him because again, he can't hear. And I got called on it. They're like, you can't get coaching. I'm like, my dad can't hear. He asked what the call was. And I went in to tell him and they thought I was getting coaching from my dad. And I said, I'm not that good. Like if my regular coach can't help me, I promise you my dad can't help me. Because we did have a coach that's out, that's when after the matches happened, we would regroup following a couple of days after and go over play.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. I mean, some of these, I looked at the lady and I'm like, it's my dad. He wanted to know what call it was. He couldn't hear. So I leaned in. He doesn't know the game. Like,
love.
Yeah. But I just find it funny. And I understand it. Like it's competitive and at the college, but yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
No coaching for me. I'm uncoachable.
Yeah, I couldn't coach anyways, but he's been doing great. Already gotten a couple medals so far. So as a sophomore, golfing varsity, I'm very proud of him. He's doing amazing. Yeah.
Amazing.
Okay, we got lots to discuss, and we're Chatty Cathy's today. So let's see how you're gonna fix us this week, Lori.
Oh, am I gonna fix us? So this is interesting, right? I'm gonna try to fix this. So feed your brain. So our brain is 60% fat. Our brain is 60% fat, yeah. And it runs almost entirely on what we eat. So nutrient deficiencies are now directly linked to brain fog, anxiety, depression, and accelerated cognitive decline. It's been scientifically proven. So going back to the slide, feeding the brains, blueberries, you notice that this comes up often in different things that I talk about, different topics, but protect brain cells from oxidative stress. Walnuts, I talk about this all the time because I throw walnuts in my smoothies. It's great for brain health, brain function. Highest plant-based omega-3 source. Dark chocolate increases blood flow to the brain. dark leafy greens. It slows down the congenitive decline by years. And then eggs, rich in choline for memory formation. So interesting. So people who eat brain supported diet have a 35% lower risk of congenitive decline. So that's those are strong numbers.
I need to eat some brain smart foods now because I'm at a point in my life where brain fog is coming constantly. And yeah.
It's real. I just saw my functional doctor this week, actually yesterday morning. And it is real. There's things when you get to a certain age, you might need perhaps some medication to help estrogen, testosterone, progesterone, to help with all the brain fog. But
a lobotomy, that's kind of where I am right now. I just need a lobotomy.
I can't help you with that, but that's funny. So 60% is fat, and you can make a 35% difference by just eating some really great foods, because that's what the brain functions on, which we talk about our entire body and just eating clean. But I did learn something on this particular subject, so I was excited. I think I need to increase my blueberry intake. I do keep hard-boiled eggs in the fridge because that's a nice go-to with some cut cucumber for some protein. I'm trying to get 110 grams of protein a day in, which is a lot. But brain.
Do you have to eat the yolk for the egg part? Because I don't like egg yolks. I only like egg whites. Is it egg the yolk?
Is good. So no, not necessarily. The egg whites is where you're going to get your protein. So I would say you're fine, but I need to check on that for you.
I'm the egg lady.
I know.
My chickens are laying, and I have, oh my gosh, I probably have 40 dozen eggs in my shop fridge right now.
So okay, that's a good question, just really quickly. How long do they last?
At least 6 months. Eggs will stay. As long as you don't wipe them off when you collect them. We just put them in egg cartons. We buy egg cartons online, and I have people save them so I can recycle them. I'm like, I will give you all the eggs you want if you bring me egg cartons. But yeah, at least 6 months. So I have a system in my fridge how I rotate them and give them out and move them around.
Amazing. Okay, so 6 months. Okay, good.
Yeah, anybody comes to my house, they get eggs. That's their parting gift.
You hear that? That was a good birthday, everybody.
Chicken poop included. Chicken poop is included.
I did hear though that you're not supposed to wipe them.
Yeah, because it takes the protective coating off of them.
Yeah,
so when you buy them at a grocery store, they've been cleaned and probably bleached. And so I'm assuming they've gone through a process, and they're probably already well into a month old before they hit the store, just with, I don't know.
Yeah.
So I got one healthy thing. Okay, I do have lots of stuff going on. I don't know what you know, but I feel like there was a lot going on. So
I've got a few. I'm not going to take one away from you because I know you will talk about a new addition to your family over at Promo Corner.
Oh, I was like, no, there's no babies here, girl.
Yeah. So over at Showdown, Brendan Bushy, he is the new strategic account manager over at Showdown. And then Anthony Abatis, I believe, is new field sales manager at PCNA over in the New England area. And then I do need to do a quick shout out. ASI just released the best places to work, and the Magnet Group is on that list. And it is so true. It is an amazing place to work. I'm super grateful to be part of the team and the family. So great job.
Yay. There are lots of people on the list, more than we could
so many
read off. So, okay. So one, I have Logo Mark promoted Hillary Scaletta to the Vice President of Sales, Midwest and East Coast Territories. Do you know Hillary?
I don't know Hillary. Newer. Okay.
So congrats to her. That's awesome. And then High Caliber Line names Don Lyons as the new customer service manager.
Nice.
And then company-wise, Weld Manufacturing joins Sportsman Cap and Bag. So I looked them up. I didn't know who they were, but it's another apparel line that's more like a retail brand. They have really cool stuff, but they're now selling through Sportsman Cap. So stay on the lookout. I'm sure we'll hear lots of stuff about them. And then Byline acquired Promo Pet and the Bandana Factory.
So wow, so I don't even know what Promo Pet is.
They literally make a lot of their stuff, like they make dog bandanas. If you see them at a trade show, they used to have, I don't know if they've done it lately, but like a person dressed up in a giant puppy uniform.
Okay.
So team mascot, like a puppy, like they around the corner and stuff. And then on my local regional, PPAI gives some regional scholarships for people to attend different events. So Dennis Oglesby, who was, I'm the past president, he's the past president of my regional, and he's with Go-To Partners, and he received the scholarship, and he is going to attend NALC. So I'm looking forward to seeing him. And then, yes, Promo Corner added a new employee, Miss Mia. So she is going to her first industry event in NEPA that's coming up soon. So anybody on the East Coast, if you're in NEPA, go say hi to Miss Mia and introduce yourself. She is newer out of college, graduated, don't ask me the school's name, somewhere out there in the Boston area. And she'll be a welcome addition. And she was an English major. So I love that because she is going to make sure all of us are correct with all of our artwork and flyers. I was like, yay, she can correct all of us because sometimes we're on the struggle bus.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I know we're talking a lot, but one thing I wanted to bring up to you, this is very important for if you know, you know, because you are a huge wearer of the Lululemon. Did you hear what's happening?
You know, I'm an influencer for them, right? For Viore and Lululemon.
No, I did not know that. So
at my old age, influencer I use very lightly.
Tell me. Yeah, okay. So the Texas Attorney General is investigating Lululemon over whether the company, which makes sometimes see-through leggings, uses harmful forever chemicals in its clothes. They say that they stopped using it long ago, but they're looking into it to see if they didn't stop when they said they did, but they're still including it. And so the investigation will focus over Lululemon's athletic wear containing PFAS, often referred to as forever chemicals, which some research has linked to health concerns, including infertility, cancer, and other health issues. So you be careful what you're influencing the crew.
Exactly, right? I would say 90% of the time I'm in Viore when I teach. It's just comfy. I like it. I mean, I have the Align from Lulu, which I love, and those pants I wear at least once a week too. But I pretty much have switched mostly over to Viore.
Would you believe I don't own a single article of Viore or Lululemon?
What do you wear?
Nothing.
I knew that was great.
Really? I wear a brand called Zella. You get them from Nordstrom.
So Zella was the designer of that. Used to work at Nike.
Okay.
And
I'm a fan. I really like that. I like their stuff. So, and I'm lazy and I shop Nordstrom online all the time. So it just comes to my house, and that's
it's super easy. And they have a ton of it at Nordstrom Rack too. I have a couple pieces, but yeah, it's a good brand. And again, the designer was from Nike. Went off and on her.
Very, very comfy.
Love
it. Well, instead of talking about all the bad things that have happened, let's talk about some do-gooders.
Yay.
Do. I feel like we need their own music for do-gooders. Ting. Okay, so All Made. Are you familiar with All Made?
Yes.
So apparel company.
Yes.
So they launched a fundraiser to support 2 foster homes in San Pedro Sula, Honduras, the same community where All Made apparel is cut and sewn. I love that. So over the past 2 years, the supplier and its community of customers have raised almost $24,000 to improve the living conditions for children at 2 foster homes in the community. This year, the supplier is hoping to raise $30,000 to fund critical repairs and meaningful upgrades for the 29 children living at the 2 foster homes.
That's
So I love that.
amazing. I love that. That's absolutely amazing. Great work.
And I love that they picked someplace special to them where they have community ties. And I'm guessing probably in a smaller community, people that work in the factory might know somebody that's affected or related to that. So good job, All Made.
Amazing. Yes, good job. That's amazing.
There's my applause. Thank you, All Made. Okay, Lori, you've been traveling a lot, so I don't know if you're sleeping or working on the plane, but have you been watching anything?
Bubblegum for the Mind.
Okay.
But if you haven't watched it, it's good. It's on Bravo. It's Ladies of London. I don't know if you've gotten it.
Ooh, I have not watched it.
It makes me laugh. So again, it's a reality. It's bubblegum for the mind. It's catty. It's in the same realm of Real Housewives, in my opinion. Yeah. But you have some ladies that aren't.
But they have cool accents.
Yeah, they have cool accents and they are just hilarious. So that's been my bubblegum for the mind background entertainment while I have been working. So no, on the plane I work. I've got so much to do and it's uninterrupted time. So I try to bust a move as much as I can. Yes.
Okay. Well, I started a new series. It's on Apple TV. So they just released 1 episode a week. So I think there might be 4 out. So I'm caught up. I just watched the most recent episode last night. It's called Imperfect Women. And it stars Kerry Washington, Elizabeth Moss, and Kate Mara. You know who those 3 ladies are?
I know 2. I don't know the last one.
You would recognize her. Petite, cute, probably mid-30s. She was in House of Cards.
Okay.
She was the one that had the affair with Kevin Spacey's character in House of Cards. Her sister is also an actress, Rooney Mara, who was in The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. But anyways, I digress. It's funny, I can't remember the most basic things, but I just connect people in Hollywood and their siblings, but I can't even remember what I told my kids earlier.
My goodness.
So this is kind of like a whodunit. One of the girls is murdered and they're trying to figure out what happened, how it happened, and they dive in, and the most recent episodes, each one is kind of backtracking to or from that girl's perspective or that woman's perspective, and you're learning all these like hidden secrets between these 3 best friends. So very interesting, and it's keeping me coming back every week. So
amazing.
It's a good watch. So check it out.
I love it. I do go on and look at the ones that you recommend after every episode, and we save them. We save them as like favorites. And when we get a chance, but we're busy right now.
I know. There's a couple of new things dropping on Apple, so I'm like, there's actually a lot of new stuff. So I'll see it advertised. I'm like, oh, I want to watch that, and it's like not out yet. So I just click like remind me later, so that when it drops, it goes into my list. So
I love it.
Okay. Never have I ever. I already said never have I ever owns Lululemon or Vuori.
Yes.
I can buy my daughter some Lululemon, but I'm like, I don't really care. So this has absolutely nothing to do with anything we've talked about, but I was just looking at things. Never have I ever been to a pro wrestling match.
Not in America. I had to think about this for a second. I know. When I was in New Zealand visiting my sister, I went to one because she was, I don't think it was wrestling though. I think it was fighting. Like, where they fight without the gloves. No, it was real.
Boxing?
Yeah, but boxing without gloves. Muay Thai or something.
Yeah. Well, MMA is real. That's when they're like in the cage and they can kick and hit, and
Yes.
it's like a wrestling, punching. That's what
Yes.
Meg.
Okay.
Well, Meg Erber did jiu-jitsu. That's what she did.
Yeah. So I was terrified because there were men, and I don't know why I don't have a problem seeing men get hit. I have a problem seeing women get hit. I'm like, oh my God, she's gonna break her nose.
Yeah.
So not the stuff that you see on TV.
Yeah.
Have you?
Okay, so not professional wrestling. Obviously, I've been to lots of high school wrestling.
Yeah.
I think I maybe have even seen college wrestling. But similar to you, no pro wrestling, but I have gone to a pro boxing tournament before.
Oh, fun.
Yes, I was in Chicago. It happened randomly. I was on my bachelorette party, and me and my girlfriends were staying at, I think, at the Palmer House Hilton. And I saw George Foreman there. He was in our hotel. So a bunch of the athletes and the cut men or the doctors that like patch up the guys when they get cut and hit in the face, they were there. And we met one, and he was like, you guys should come to the match tournament, whatever you call it. So we ended up going one night. So I was like, what's the weirdest bachelorette party ever? I dragged my friends to a boxing match. But Don King was there. We saw him out on the floor. Yeah.
That's incredible.
It was a memory. So yeah, that's as close as I got.
That's awesome. That's fun. That was a good never have I ever.
Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff.
It is good stuff.
All right. Well, thank you again to our sponsor. Go check them out to learn more about their amazing kitchen, and not just kitchen. Usually I have a little thing here, but it's in my bedroom right now. TotallyBambooPromo.com to learn more. Be sure to share your do-gooders, and then tune in again on Friday, May 8th for a new episode. Summer is going to be here.
Yes.
We moved my daughter. Well, we don't. I'm at NALC when my daughter has to move out of her college dorm, so it's all up to my husband to do it. So lots going on in May, so I should have some more good stories by then.
I love it. So good.
All right, guys. See you May 8th. Bye.